Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're diving into Simon Squibb's book, What's Your Dream?
Oh, yeah, I love this book.
It's a good one, right? It's all about, helping people discover and achieve their dreams.
It really is.
So if you've ever felt like there's something more out there, but you're not sure how to make it happen, well, this deep dive is for you.
Definitely.
And what we're going to do is we're going to break down the myths, the steps, and the insights from Squibb's book so you can find your own real dream and start taking action.
And the cool thing about this book is it's not just about, fluffy aspirations,
Right.
Squibb gets into the nitty-gritty of turning dreams into reality, especially when it comes to building a successful business.
Yeah. It's about bridging that gap between dreaming and doing.
Exactly.
And Squibb actually gives you like a practical framework for making that happen.
He does.
One of the first things he talks about is that we often believe things that hold us back from our dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Like these myths that we tell ourselves. They can sabotage us before we even get started.
That's so true.
So he identifies 5 common myths that we really need to watch out for.
Okay, hit me with them.
All right, so myth number 1 is that classic saying, the harder I work, the luckier I get.
Okay.
Now, hard work is important,
Oh, definitely.
but Squibb argues that if you're not careful, you can end up working really hard on someone else's dream, not your own.
Right. You're just spinning your wheels.
Yeah,
You're putting in all that effort,
Right.
but you're not actually getting closer to what you truly want.
Yeah, and Squibb actually walked away from a super high-paying job at a hedge fund to pursue his own vision. So,
Wow, talk about a leap of faith.
right.
Yeah.
That leads us to myth number 2. Failure means disaster.
Okay.
But Squibb flips this on its head and argues that failure is actually a crucial part of learning.
I love that.
Think about all the successful people out there.
Mm-hmm.
They've all faced setbacks,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
right? So it's about embracing those failures, learning from them, and using those experiences to make better decisions in the future.
Yeah, you got to learn from those mistakes.
He actually talks about how he invested in a comic book company that tanked,
Oh, no.
but the lessons he learned from that experience were super valuable.
I bet.
He wouldn't be where he is today without those bumps in the road.
That makes sense.
So myth number 3 is a sneaky one. It's okay to avoid hard things.
Ooh. I feel like I do that sometimes.
We all do, right?
Yeah.
We all have those things we shy away from.
Yeah.
Those tasks that make us cringe or those situations that push us outside of our comfort zone.
Totally.
But Squibb argues that growth and progress often come from confronting those difficult things head on.
So you're saying we need to lean into the discomfort.
Yeah. He actually recommends making a list of those hard things and tackling them one by one.
Wow, that's intense.
It's about building that risk muscle,
I like that risk muscle.
developing the resilience to face those challenges.
Yeah, because they're going to come up.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
All right, so myth number 4 is something I think we can all relate to. Possessions make you happy,
Oh, yeah, I've definitely fallen into that trap.
right? We live in such a materialistic society,
It's tough.
and it's easy to get caught up in chasing all those shiny objects.
I know, I want it all.
But Squibb actually talks about how he bought his dream car, a Porsche.
Nice.
But the excitement wore off pretty quickly, and it actually ended up owning him more than he owned it.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Sometimes those material things distract us from what truly matters.
They really do.
And finally, myth number 5, this belief in the safe job,
Right.
which is kind of ironic because these days, job security feels like a thing of the past.
Totally.
So Squibb challenges this notion that a traditional job is the only way to be financially stable and secure.
He does. How?
Well, he encourages people to shift their mindset from trading time for money to owning a piece of the value they create.
That's a big shift.
Right. He gives this great example of someone who left a super stable banking job to start a business focused on walking and mental health.
Really? Wow.
Talk about finding work that aligns with your values
That's amazing.
and, making a positive impact.
I love that.
So we've tackled these 5 common myths that can hold us back from our dreams.
Okay, that's a great starting point.
But now we need to figure out how to uncover that real dream that's inside each of us.
Right, because everyone has one.
Exactly.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Well, Squibb gives us 3 powerful questions to ask ourselves.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's hear them.
All right, so question number 1 is, what are my likes and dislikes?
Okay, that seems pretty basic.
It might seem simple,
Yeah.
but it's about being really honest with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What are you genuinely passionate about? What gets you excited? What makes you lose track of time?
I like that.
Squibb actually suggests asking yourself, What would I do if I didn't have to work or worry about getting paid?
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
Right. It's about stripping away those external pressures
Right.
and figuring out what truly matters to you.
Yeah, what you really love.
He also says to write down your answers.
Oh, write them down. Okay.
Don't just think about them.
Yeah.
Actually put pen to paper.
Got it.
Now, question number 2 might seem a little counterintuitive. What is my pain?
Pain. That doesn't sound very dreamy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But Squibb believes that pain can actually be a powerful motivator.
Oh, okay, I see.
It's about identifying those sources of pain in your life, those frustrations, those injustices, those things that keep you up at night.
Okay, yeah.
And then asking yourself how you can transform that pain into purpose.
So turn the negative into a positive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He gives an example of someone who started a successful business after experiencing a personal tragedy.
Wow, that's powerful.
It's about channeling that pain into something positive
That makes sense.
and impactful.
Yeah.
And finally, question number 3. This one shifts the focus outward. How can I help others? So it's about thinking beyond your own desires and considering how your dream can benefit others.
Right, so it's not just about you.
Exactly.
It's about making a difference.
And Squibb actually tells this story about going to McDonald's and asking people about their dreams.
What? Really?
Just to connect with people
That's awesome.
and spark ideas.
I love that.
It's about understanding people's needs and finding ways to create something valuable and meaningful.
Yeah, you got to know your audience right.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've busted some myths and we've dug deep into self-discovery with those 3 questions.
Right.
What's next?
Well, now we need to define what a real dream actually looks like.
Okay, so how do we know if we've landed on something that's more than just a fleeting desire?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
So Squibb actually provides a framework for understanding the characteristics of a real dream.
Okay.
He argues that it's not just about having a goal.
Right.
It's about having a vision that resonates deeply with who you are
Okay.
and has the power to shape your life and work.
So it's about finding that driving force
Exactly.
that gives you a sense of purpose and direction.
It's like that feeling of, this is so me. This is what I'm meant to be doing.
I love that.
So what are some of those key characteristics that define a real dream?
Lay it on me.
All right, so first and foremost, it's personal and meaningful.
Okay.
It aligns with your values, your experiences, your deepest desires. It's not just about what you want to achieve.
Right.
It's about who you want to become.
So it's like tapping into that inner compass
Exactly.
that guides you towards a life of authenticity and fulfillment.
Another key characteristic is that a real dream provides purpose and motivation.
Okay.
It gives you a reason to jump out of bed in the morning,
I need that.
a driving force that fuels your actions and decisions.
Yeah, it's like having that internal fire
Right,
that keeps you going even when things get tough.
exactly. It's about connecting your dream to something bigger than yourself.
Right. Something that gives your efforts meaning.
And significant.
Yeah, I like that.
A real dream is also a source of energy.
Energy. Okay.
It's not something that drains you. It actually energizes and inspires you.
Okay, so it's not exhausting.
Not at all.
Got it.
It sparks creativity
Yeah.
and makes you feel alive.
That's what I want.
It's like being in that flow state
Mm-hmm.
where you're completely absorbed in what you're doing and time just melts away.
Oh, I love those moments.
It's about finding that sweet spot
Yeah.
where your passion, your skills, and your purpose all intersect.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now, here's a crucial aspect. A real dream requires clarity and discipline.
Okay, so it's not just a vague notion.
Right.
You have to define it.
It's something you can articulate and define.
Got it.
It requires focus, planning,
Mm-hmm.
and consistent effort to bring it to life.
So you can't just sit back and wait for it to happen.
Definitely not.
You got to put in the work.
And here's a really important point. A real dream is achievable for everyone,
I love that.
right? Squibb believes that dreaming big isn't limited to a select few.
It's not just for the lucky ones.
Not at all.
Everyone has the potential,
Exactly.
regardless of their background or their circumstances.
It's about having the courage to chase what matters to you.
I love that message of empowerment.
So another key characteristic is that a real dream is a starting point.
Okay.
It's both the destination and the beginning of the journey.
So you're saying it's like having that North Star guiding you.
Right.
But you also have to be willing to set sail and embark on the adventure.
Exactly. It's about having a vision, but also being willing to take those first steps.
And embrace the journey.
Right. Even when the path ahead is uncertain.
That can be scary,
It can.
but also exciting.
Definitely. So it's about balancing that big picture vision with those small everyday actions that move us closer to our goals.
Okay, yeah. Small steps lead to big results.
Now, another crucial aspect, a real dream is resilient.
Resilient. Okay.
It's built to withstand setbacks and failures.
So it's not about avoiding those bumps in the road.
No.
It's about having the strength and flexibility to navigate them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about having that unwavering belief in your vision and the ability to adapt and evolve as needed.
Because things change.
They do.
That's for sure.
A real dream is also a source of belief.
Okay.
It's something you wholeheartedly believe in, even when others might doubt you.
It's like that inner voice saying, I've got this.
Right.
Even when the world is throwing shade.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about having that unshakable conviction
Yeah.
that keeps you going when things get tough.
That's so important.
And finally, a real dream can be expressed simply.
Simply. Okay.
You should be able to articulate your dream in a clear and concise way.
So if you can't explain it in a sentence or two,
Right.
it might be time to refine and clarify that vision.
Exactly. It's about capturing the essence of what you're striving for.
Yeah, in a way that is both clear and compelling.
All right, so we've explored the characteristics of a real dream.
That was awesome.
But now we need to figure out how to actually turn those dreams into reality.
Right, that's the million-dollar question.
That's where Simon's 7 steps come in.
Okay, so this is the practical framework
Exactly.
to bridge the gap between dreaming and doing.
Let's break down those action steps and see how they can help us turn our dreams into tangible realities.
Sounds good to me. I'm ready.
All right, so we'll dive into those in the next part of this deep dive.
Can't wait.
Welcome back to the deep dive. So in the last part, we were talking about ditching those limiting myths and uncovering our real dream.
And getting to the heart of it.
But now it's time to get down to business, literally.
Let's do it.
We're diving into Simon Squibb's 7 steps to achieve your dream,
Okay.
especially when it comes to financial success.
Yeah, because you need that financial stability to make it all work.
Exactly.
It's not just about chasing a passion.
Right.
You got to make a living too.
So Squibb believes that financial sustainability is key
It is.
to achieving long-term fulfillment and having the freedom to pursue what truly matters.
So it's about creating a sustainable model
Exactly.
that allows you to live that dream life.
So these 7 steps provide a roadmap for making that happen.
Awesome. I'm ready.
Let's go through them one by one, starting with step 1.
Get me with it.
All right, so step 1 is all about ditching those limiting myths we talked about earlier.
Right. Those beliefs that hold us back.
Remember those beliefs about hard work failure, comfort zones, possessions, safe jobs?
Yeah, those sneaky little saboteur.
They can really sabotage your dreams before you even get started.
You got to clear those out.
So we've ditched the myths now. What?
What's next?
Step 2 is about confronting those problems that we tend to avoid.
Ooh, facing those head on.
It's about being honest with yourself about the challenges you're facing.
Okay.
You know, those financial burdens, those personal struggles, those limiting beliefs.
Yeah, those things that we try to sweep under the rug.
Squibb encourages us to face those problems head on.
I can see how that would be important.
He uses the example of David, a chef who dreamt of opening his own restaurant,
Okay.
but he was carrying some financial baggage from his past.
Oh, we all have that.
It's about acknowledging those challenges,
Right.
and finding ways to overcome them.
So you can fully commit to your dream.
Exactly. So step 3 is a crucial one, defining your purpose.
I'm ready for this one.
It's not just about having a dream. It's about understanding your why,
Okay. The driving force behind it all.
the thing that gives your efforts meaning and significance.
Right. It's got to be something that you truly believe in.
Squibb argues that having a strong purpose is crucial for staying motivated.
It's like your fuel.
It's also important for overcoming challenges and attracting support from others.
Yeah. People can sense when you're passionate about something.
It's like having that internal compass
Right. That guides you
that guides your decisions
and keeps you focused.
and helps you stay focused on what truly matters.
Okay. So we've got our purpose. What's step 4?
Step 4 is finding your first customer.
Ooh, this is getting real.
So Squibb emphasizes the importance of getting real-world validation.
So it's about getting proof that your idea actually works
Ex-
and that people are willing to pay for it.
That first sale can be such a confidence booster.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I can actually do this.
It's about taking that leap from dream to reality.
Right. Putting yourself out there.
And getting that crucial feedback.
Yeah. Because you might need to adjust your product or service
Definitely.
based on what people are saying,
It's like that aha moment.
where you realize, hey, this could actually work.
Right.
People are excited about this.
It's about taking that leap of faith and turning your vision into a tangible offering.
Okay, so step 5,
Step 5 is all about bootstrapping your business.
bootstrapping.
So bootstrapping is about starting small,
Okay.
being resourceful, and making the most of what you have.
So you don't need a ton of money to get started.
Exactly. Squibb shares stories of entrepreneurs who started their businesses with very limited funds,
Really? Like working from their homes?
working from their homes, utilizing free or low-cost tools and resources.
Wow, that's impressive.
It's about getting creative and proving your concept before seeking outside funding,
So you're building a solid foundation
Right.
and validating your business model.
before scaling up.
That makes sense.
All right, step 6 is where things get real, going all in.
Ooh, all in.
This is about taking that leap of faith and fully committing to your dream.
So making those tough choices, sacrificing comfort,
Right.
really pushing yourself.
It's about aligning your actions with your priorities
Okay.
and making your dream a top priority in your life.
So your dream becomes your life.
In a way, yeah, Squibb talks about entrepreneurs who funded their businesses with credit cards, took out second mortgages, or worked multiple jobs.
Wow, that's dedication.
It's about that level of commitment.
Yeah, you got to be all in.
And finally, step 7 is about conquering your fear.
Oh, yeah. Fear can be a big one,
Fear can be so paralyzing.
especially when you're stepping outside your comfort zone and
Right.
doing something big and scary.
Squibb acknowledges that fear is a constant companion on this journey.
It's going to be there,
It is,
lurking in the shadows.
but it's about not letting fear control you.
Right, you got to face it.
It's about recognizing that fear is often a sign that you're on the right track.
Okay, interested.
You're pushing yourself towards something truly meaningful.
So it's not a bad thing.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
He emphasizes the importance of developing that risk muscle,
Yeah, we talked about that.
getting comfortable with uncertainty, embracing calculated risks, and viewing setbacks as learning opportunities.
So it's about shifting your mindset from fear-based to growth-oriented.
Exactly. So we've walked through Squibb's 7 steps, a practical roadmap for turning a dream into a tangible reality.
That was awesome.
But what about those things that trip us up along the way?
Right, there are always obstacles.
What are some of the common blockers that can prevent us from achieving our dreams?
Yeah, let's talk about those because everyone's going to face them.
So Squibb actually addresses this directly in his book.
He does, okay.
He acknowledges that the path to achieving your dream isn't always smooth sailing.
Oh, no, definitely not.
There will be challenges, setbacks,
Right.
moments of self-doubt.
Ups and downs.
Exactly.
It's a roller coaster.
So he identifies several common blockers,
Okay.
both internal and external.
Okay, so things that come from within
Right.
and things that come from the outside world.
Exactly. That can derail even the most well-intentioned dream chaser.
So let's start with those internal blockers, the
Okay.
ones that come from within ourselves.
One of the most common internal blockers is fear.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about that.
We have. We talked about conquering fear as one of Squibb's 7 steps,
Right.
but it's worth revisiting here
Okay.
because fear can manifest in many forms. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown, fear of success itself.
Fear of success. Is that a thing?
It is.
Huh, I never thought about that.
It's that sneaky voice that says, what if I achieve my dream and it's not what I expected?
Oh, yeah, like what if I'm not happy?
Exactly. Or what if I can't handle the pressure or responsibility that comes with success?
Wow, that's deep.
So Squibb emphasizes that fear is a natural human emotion.
It is.
It's not about eliminating fear entirely.
Okay.
It's about recognizing those fears,
Right.
understanding their root causes,
Okay.
and finding ways to manage them effectively.
So you're not letting fear control you.
Exactly. He encourages us to reframe fear as a sign that we're on the right track,
Okay, I like that.
that we're pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zones and pursuing something truly meaningful.
So fear can be a good thing.
In a way, yeah.
Interesting.
He also suggests developing that risk muscle, getting comfortable with uncertainty, embracing calculated risks, and viewing setbacks as learning opportunities.
Right, so it's about shifting your mindset from fear-based to growth-oriented.
Now, another common internal blocker is self-doubt.
Oh, yeah, I struggle with that one.
I think we all do. It can manifest as a lack of confidence in your abilities, a tendency to compare yourself to others, or a fear of not being good enough.
It's like that inner critic that's always putting you down.
Exactly. Squibb encourages us to challenge those thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations.
Okay, so like, I can do this.
Right. It's about recognizing your strengths, celebrating your accomplishments and believing in your potential.
Yeah, you gotta believe in yourself.
He also emphasizes the importance of surrounding yourself with a supportive network.
Oh, yeah, your tribe.
People who believe in you, encourage you, and help you stay accountable to your goals.
So finding those mentors, peers, and cheerleaders.
Exactly. They can provide guidance, support, and a healthy dose of reality checks when you need them.
Okay, so build a strong support system.
Now, another major culprit when it comes to internal blockers is procrastination.
Procrastination, my nemesis.
It's that tendency to delay, postpone, or simply avoid taking action on our dreams.
I am the queen of procrastination.
So it can manifest as overthinking perfectionism or simply feeling overwhelmed by the enormity of the task at hand.
Yeah, it's like, where do I even start?
Squibb encourages us to break down those large, daunting goals
Okay.
into smaller, more manageable steps.
That makes it less scary.
Exactly. It's about creating a plan of action-setting deadlines and holding yourself accountable for making progress.
So you're not just floating around.
Right.
You have a plan.
She also suggests identifying your procrastination triggers.
My triggers.
Okay.
Those situations or thoughts that tend to lead to inaction.
Right, like scrolling through social media.
Exactly. And finding strategies to overcome them.
Okay, so maybe like turning off my phone.
Or setting up a dedicated workspace, eliminating distractions, or simply rewarding yourself for taking action.
I like the reward part.
So we've explored some of those internal blockers, the things that stem from within ourselves.
Right, those inner demons.
Now let's shift gears and talk about those external blockers, the challenges that arise from the world around us.
Okay, the stuff we can't always control.
Right. These are those factors that we often have less control over, but they can still have a significant impact on our ability to achieve our dreams.
Okay, so like what kind of things?
Well, one common external blocker is lack of resources. Resources like money.
It can be money, it can be a shortage of skilled labor, or simply a lack of access to the tools and technologies you need to succeed.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So Squibb encourages us to be resourceful and find creative solutions to overcome these challenges.
So thinking outside the box.
Exactly. He emphasizes the power of bootstrapping, leveraging free or low-cost resources, and building relationships with people who can provide the support you need.
Right, so it's about networking and collaborating.
It's about recognizing that you don't have to have all the answers or all the resources up front.
Okay, so you don't need to have it all figured out.
Right. It's about being creative, being persistent, and finding ways to make things happen even when the odds seem stacked against you.
So don't give up.
Exactly. It's about embracing that entrepreneurial spirit and demonstrating that you don't need a ton of money or a fancy degree to get started.
I love that message.
He even suggests getting creative with your workspace, working from home, utilizing co-working spaces, or even converting unconventional locations into temporary offices.
Really, like working from a coffee shop?
Or a library, or even a park.
Wow, that's thinking outside the box.
It's about finding those cost-effective solutions and focusing on the essentials.
Okay, so what about competition?
Competition is another major external blocker.
Yeah, especially in today's world.
Right.
It feels like there's a new business popping up every day.
It can feel overwhelming. But Squibb encourages us to focus on our unique value proposition.
Okay, so what makes you different?
What sets you apart from the competition and makes you stand out in the crowd.
Right. You gotta have that special something.
It's about building a strong brand, differentiating your product or service, and providing exceptional customer experiences.
So people choose you over everyone else.
Now, another external blocker that entrepreneurs often face is market fluctuations.
Oh, yeah, the economy.
Economic downturns, changing consumer trends, and unexpected disruptions can all impact a business's bottom line.
It feels like we're living in a time of constant change.
We are.
And uncertainty.
So adaptability is key.
Okay, so be prepared to pivot.
Squibb encourages entrepreneurs to be flexible,
Okay.
constantly monitoring market conditions
Right.
and adjusting their strategies as needed.
So you got to be able to roll with the punches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about having a plan for navigating those unexpected challenges and being willing to course correct when needed.
Okay, so we've explored some of those internal and external blockers that can get in the way of achieving our dreams.
Right.
But what about Squibb's book, What's Your Dream?
Yeah,
How does it stack up against all the other self-help and business books out there?
that's a great question.
Yeah.
What do you think makes this book so special?
Well, one key factor is Squibb's authenticity
Okay.
and relatability.
Right. He's not some guru.
He doesn't pretend to have all the answers.
Exactly. He shares his own personal stories.
Right, his ups and downs.
His successes, his failures, his moments of vulnerability.
That makes him feel more human.
Exactly. He's not preaching from some ivory tower. He's down in the trenches with us,
I like that.
sharing his experiences and offering practical advice based on those real-world lessons.
So it's not just theory.
Right. Another factor that contributes to the book's success is its practicality.
Practicality, okay.
Squibb doesn't just talk about lofty concepts and motivational theories.
Right, he gets down to the nitty-gritty.
He provides concrete steps, actionable strategies, and real-world examples that readers can implement in their own lives.
So you can actually use this stuff.
Exactly. He breaks down complex ideas into simple, understandable terms, using relatable analogies and stories to illustrate his points.
It's like having a conversation with a friend.
He also provides checklists, worksheets, and other resources to help readers apply those concepts to their own situations.
So it's like having a workbook.
It's like having a personal coach guiding you through the process of discovering your dream and building a successful business around it.
I like that.
Another aspect that resonates with readers is Squibb's emphasis on human connection.
Oh, yeah, connection is so important.
He believes that building relationships, fostering community, and giving back are essential components of a fulfilling life and a successful business.
So it's not just about making money.
He encourages entrepreneurs to connect with their customers on a personal level, to build a supportive team, and to use their success to make a positive impact on the world around them.
So it's about making a difference.
Exactly.
And he challenges readers to step outside of their comfort zones and connect with strangers through his Take 4 challenge.
Right, having those 4 face-to-face conversations with strangers every day.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It might seem daunting at first, but I can see how it would push you outside your comfort zone.
And open up unexpected possibilities.
So we've explored some of the reasons why Squibb's book has resonated with so many readers.
Yeah, it's a great book.
But let's get down to the nitty-gritty and analyze the book's pros and cons.
Okay, pros and cons.
What are its strengths, and where could it potentially be improved?
All right, let's break it down.
What are some of the book's key strengths that you've identified?
Well, one major strength is its practicality.
Right. It's not just about dreaming big, it's about having a plan.
Exactly. Squibb doesn't just inspire readers with feel-good stories and motivational quotes.
Right, he gives you the tools.
He provides tangible steps, actionable strategies, and real-world examples that readers can implement in their own lives and businesses.
Another strength is Squibb's authenticity and relatability.
Oh, yeah. He's so down to earth.
He shares his own personal journey, his successes, his failures, his moments of vulnerability in a way that makes him feel more like a friend or a mentor
Right. Someone you can trust.
than a distant guru.
What else did you like about the book?
Well, I really appreciate his emphasis on human connection.
Oh, yeah, me too.
He believes that building relationships, fostering community, and giving back are essential components of a fulfilling life.
And a successful business.
It's not just about building a profitable business. It's about creating something meaningful and making a difference.
Okay, so now let's talk about some potential areas for improvement.
Right.
Where could the book be expanded or refined?
Well, one area that could be fleshed out further is the concept of overcoming those external blockers.
Right, those things that are outside of our control.
While Squibb acknowledges these challenges, he could potentially provide more in-depth strategies and resources for navigating those external forces.
So like more specific advice on dealing with economic downturns or market disruptions?
Exactly. He could also provide more detailed advice on securing funding, building strategic partnerships, and scaling a business effectively.
Okay, that makes sense.
Another area that could benefit from further exploration is the concept of failure.
Fails. Okay.
While Squibb emphasizes that failure is a learning opportunity, he could potentially delve deeper into the emotional and psychological aspects of dealing with setbacks.
Right, because failure can be really tough emotionally.
He could provide more guidance on managing those feelings of disappointment, self-doubt, and even shame that can arise from failure.
Yeah, it's not just about learning from your mistakes, it's about picking yourself up and keeping going.
Exactly. It's about developing the emotional resilience to move forward.
Okay, I see your point.
Another potential area for improvement could be providing more tailored advice for different types of entrepreneurs.
Oh, okay, different strokes for different folks.
While Squibb's general principles are applicable to a wide range of businesses, he could potentially offer more specific guidance for those in different industries or at different stages of their entrepreneurial journey.
So like more advice for solopreneurs or people starting online businesses.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that each entrepreneurial journey is unique and providing more tailored support based on those individual needs and circumstances.
Okay, so while Squibb's book has a lot of strength,
Hmm.
Its practicality, its authenticity, its emphasis on human connection.
Right.
There are always opportunities for improvement.
And it's important to remember that no single book can provide all the answers or address every nuance of the entrepreneurial journey.
That's true.
It's about taking those core principles, adapting them to your own situation, and continuously learning and growing along the way.
So what happens after you achieve that dream?
That's a great question. That's what we'll explore in the final part of this deep dive. Welcome back to the deep dive.
So we've spent the last 2 parts really digging into Simon Squibb's What's Your Dream?
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
We've busted myths, explored those 7 crucial steps, and even tackled those blockers that can trip us up along the way.
Right, all those obstacles.
But now I'm curious what happens after you achieve that dream.
That's a great question, and it's something that a lot of people don't think about until they actually get there.
Is it a feeling of like mission accomplished, or is it the beginning of something even bigger?
Well, Squibb actually addresses this in his book.
He does.
He argues that achieving your dream isn't the end of the story.
Okay.
It's actually a stepping stone to something even more profound.
So it's not about reaching that finish line and just coasting.
Exactly. It's about embracing ongoing growth evolution and, importantly, giving back.
So it's about seeing that accomplishment as a launch pad for new adventures and contributions. Precisely. He actually shares his own experience after selling his successful agency fluid.
Okay.
He'd achieved financial freedom and could have easily retired to a life of leisure,
Right.
but he felt this pull towards something more.
I can see that.
He wanted to use his experience and resources to help others.
So what did he do?
Well, that led him to create HelpBnk,
Oh, yeah.
his platform for connecting aspiring entrepreneurs with mentors and resources.
Right. It's based on that give without take philosophy.
Exactly.
It really speaks to his belief in the power of community and paying it forward.
It's a fantastic example of how achieving your dream can open up new avenues for making a difference.
Right. He could have easily kept all his knowledge and connections to himself
He could have, but he chose to share it.
and create a platform that empowers others to pursue their dreams.
It highlights the idea that achieving your dream isn't just about personal fulfillment.
Right.
It's about using your success to create a ripple effect of positive impact.
I love that. And it's not just about those grand sweeping gestures. Squibb emphasizes the power of small everyday actions.
He does. He tells this story about giving away keys.
Wait, keys to what? Like a treasure chest?
Even better, keys to McDonald's.
What?
He'd give them away to people and then ask them about their dreams.
I love that.
It was such a simple yet powerful way to spark conversations, connect with people, and maybe even ignite a new venture.
Such a quirky and unexpected way to open up those possibilities and encourage people to think about their aspirations.
It's a great reminder that opportunities to give back and make a difference exist all around us.
Right. Often in the most unexpected places.
Exactly.
So for our listeners who are on that journey towards their dream, what are some practical takeaways?
Well, Squibb encourages us to regularly reflect on our goals.
Okay.
Are they still aligned with our values and passions?
Right.
Are there new opportunities emerging that we want to explore?
So it's about staying curious, embracing new challenges, and not allowing ourselves to become complacent even after achieving those big milestones.
He also encourages us to cultivate a mindset of abundance.
Abundance.
Okay. Achieving your dream doesn't mean the well has run dry.
So it's not about viewing success as a finite resource.
Right. It's about recognizing that there are always new opportunities to create, contribute, and make a difference.
And of course, it's about finding ways to give back.
Yes, whether it's mentoring others, supporting causes you believe in, or simply offering a helping hand to someone in need.
Right? Those acts of generosity not only benefit others, they enrich our own lives as well.
It's about recognizing that our dreams are often interconnected, and by helping others achieve their aspirations, we create a more supportive and fulfilling world for everyone.
I love that. Before we wrap up this deep dive into Simon Squibb's What's Your Dream, I want to circle back to something he emphasizes throughout the book: human connection.
Yes, especially in our increasingly digital world, it's easy to forget the power of real-world interactions.
Right. His Take 4 challenge is a fantastic reminder of that.
Is.
That challenge to have at least 4 face-to-face conversations with strangers every day.
Mhm.
It might seem daunting at first, but I can see how it would push you outside your comfort zone.
It's about putting down those phones, stepping away from our screens, and engaging with the world in a more meaningful way.
It can spark new ideas, lead to unexpected opportunities, and foster a sense of belonging that's often missing in our online interactions.
It's a reminder that sometimes the most profound connections happen when we least expect them.
So we've reached the end of our deep dive into Simon Squibb's What's Your Dream? What's your biggest takeaway from exploring this book?
For me, it's Squibb's unwavering belief in the power of dreams to transform lives. It's not just about achieving success, it's about living a life filled with meaning, connection, and contribution.
I couldn't agree more. And his emphasis on human connection is a powerful reminder that those real-world interactions, those moments of genuine connection, are ultimately what make life truly rich and fulfilling.
Absolutely.
If you're feeling inspired to explore Simon Squibb's What's Your Dream and start taking action towards your own dreams, we encourage you to check out the book.
We'll have a link in the show notes.
And remember, those dreams you have are worth chasing.
Don't be afraid to take action. Seek support. Believe in yourself and keep dreaming big.
Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep connecting, and keep chasing those dreams.